can mint for free. It's
Decentralized
purely gas fees
identity
only
system
that will allow our technology to read your on-chain data. All right. Within that, you're able to then connect to the website, and your on-chain data is there for people to review, read, understand, and use at their own will. Now, on the flip side of that, we've got a search engine. And so if you are a project or a user looking for specific attributes, such as I'm looking for a sandbox user, for example, the search engine would be able to look at all of the metavisa users that have minted the NFT, and would be able to bring out or pull out the data to show you the addresses and detailed information from that search.
Jasmy.
That is
See how
essentially what we
Jasmy's
do
tied
as a
in?
platform. Now, in terms of the token is used to pay out metavisa users that are on the platform. So, for example, if you have minted the NFT and you're within the ecosystem, and an enterprise is searching for let's say you're a sandbox user, and an enterprise is looking for sandbox players, then what would happen is the enterprise would pay an X amount of MESA according to what they're looking for or their search. And on the back end, the user who is being searched gets paid in MESA. So it becomes kind of a utility that allows users to get incentivized for putting their data up there. So it's kind of like I'm giving you
Sound like Jasmy to
free
me.
money for providing your information for this credit check. And on the other side, it's for the enterprise level, is they're able to access different types of users within Web3 so that they can target and work with users that they've targeted, that they want to work with. So with an example for a game or a new upcoming play to earn game would be, I would be looking for players, right? So essentially you'd create a search, you would pay MESA and to do that search, and then you'd get a list of addresses for the types of players that you're looking for. Those players would get paid just by just for being searched. Data. Obviously, that comes from the method that the enterprise is paying. So, I hope that made sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. It sure sounds like an easy way to make money. But forgive me to ask then, how do you make your money from these good ways of giving people money?
Well, we don't give people money, right? Enterprises basically pay to create search so that the other side gets paid out as well, and MESA gets a transactional cost of that.
That's very good. That's very good. All right. So my last question, and then I'll move out. I went through your website and I see how modern it is, how beautiful, how graphic, how everything is just so. Definitely a poor person can afford this kind of website build up. All right. So for a person with your capacity, I mean, why just build a project like this? I mean, you could have just gone ahead to build more bigger projects, but why dwell here? What are you trying to give to the crypto world?
Well, I don't know if that was a compliment or if that was Peter. But look, I mean, we are building something that is purely for use. Otherwise, I would have created a bunch of images and just PDFs and just gone out with a new NFT collection or something to scam the world. But what we are trying to do is pretty much the topic of conversation today, is creating transparency for Web3 as an ecosystem, as an industry, right? And so that is a very big problem to solve. So I wouldn't be looking at the website as something that I guess indicates our capability, although I think our website is super sexy, so I'm not sure if you liked it or not. However, when you understand the ecosystem of it, you'll understand what we are trying to do, right? We're trying to create a solution whereby enterprise can search for users and they can find users or lookalikes that they're looking to interact with. Users are able to create a passive income stream by accepting,
Jasmy.
being or providing their on-chain data to the service. And
data
it's
lockers,
a very simple ecosystem that pretty much automates itself with more users and more enterprises coming on the platform. Very simple.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much. That was a trick question, and you answered like a very smart man. I mean, you're a smart man and you're a rich man. All right. So thank God I'm in the community now. So I'm gonna search more about your project, and I guess you're gonna see me more. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it, Peter. And to be honest, I'm neither smart or rich, but I'm extremely grateful to have an amazing community and to have a team that understands what we are trying to achieve in this space. There are many people that have entered. I've been in the crypto space for over 10 years, and there are so many that have come in as a get rich quick scheme, but that is definitely not our agenda. We're looking to create something that makes sense. And one of the biggest problems in Web3 is that there's a lot of fraud. There's no trust. And you don't know who you're interacting with. And these are things that have prevented a ton of users from coming into the space. So our first thought was, how can we solve this problem? How can we make it easier for my grandmother to accept a wallet transaction? And comes down to transparency, doesn't it? So I appreciate your question, Peter, and I hope we see you on our Discord and other channels. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to just communicate. We'll get it done.
Cheers for that, Peter. Cheers for the people asking the questions today. Thank you, Jasm, as good as ever. That's the way we like it.
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it.
Right, guys, just before we shoot off, right, a couple of admin points. Firstly, we've got Telegram, we've got Discord, we've got our Twitter page, obviously. Make sure you like, share, follow, spread the word, because that's how we make this thing take off. Secondly, we'll be on again in probably a couple of weeks, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And thirdly, right, I didn't pick this. I just want to be clear on this. And asking a question does not guarantee you a prize. I'd just like to point that out. However, on this occasion, Famous, you are our winner for this week's AMA. So if you just DM the page directly and someone will get back to you with your prize. Guys, you've got to be in it to win it, so make sure you join us. If you've got any burning questions and so forth, please just jump on our Discord, jump on our Telegram page, fire it in there, and if we don't have the answer directly, we will seek to get you that answer. Okay?